The far future and the fate of everything. The last star will flicker out. Let's travel forward in time, trillions of years into the future. The universe is a much darker, quieter place. The era of bright blue giant stars is a distant memory. The raw material for new stars, clouds of hydrogen gas, has been used up. The last stars burning are the faint red dwarfs. These are the most miserly of stars, sipping their hydrogen fuel so slowly they can shine for 10 trillion years. But even they are not eternal. One by one, they will exhaust their fuel, cooling into black dwarfs, cold, dark stellar embers. The universe will enter the degenerate era. The only sources of light will be the occasional flash of a white dwarf stealing material from a companion, or the faint red glow of brown dwarfs. The sky will be black, punctuated only by the distant slow-motion dance of dead stars and planets. This twilight age will last for an almost unimaginable length of time, a near-eternal silence before the next act. The end of time itself. We talk about the end of the universe, but what about the end of time? The final theoretical state of the cosmos is known as the heat death. In this distant epoch, all energy has been evenly distributed throughout the universe. There are no hot spots, no cold spots. Every region of space is the exact same, frigid temperature, just a fraction of a degree above absolute zero. In this state, nothing can happen. No stars can form because there are no density fluctuations. No chemical reactions can occur because there is no energy gradient to drive them. The universe has reached a state of maximum entropy, perfect, uniform stillness. In this frozen equilibrium, the concepts of before and after become meaningless. Time, as a measure of change, simply ends. There is no ticking clock, because there is nothing for the clock to measure. This is the true, quiet end of all things. The Big Rip, the final terror. Of all the proposed endings for the universe, the Big Rip is the most violently dramatic. It hinges on a mysterious form of dark energy that doesn't just accelerate the universe's expansion, but whose repulsive force grows stronger over time. First, the acceleration would overcome the gravitational glue holding galaxy clusters together. The Virgo supercluster, our local group of galaxies, would be torn asunder. Then, the expansion force would rip individual galaxies apart, stars flung into the growing void. As the force intensifies, it would overcome the gravity holding solar systems together. Planets would be ripped from their suns. In the final, horrifying moments, the force would exceed the electromagnetic forces holding atoms together. Molecules, then atoms, then atomic nuclei themselves would be torn apart. The very fabric of space-time would be shredded. The universe would end not with a slow fading, but with a final, instantaneous scream as every single piece of matter was disintegrated into its fundamental, disconnected particles. A universe with shifting laws. We build our entire understanding of physics on constants: the speed of light, the gravitational constant, the charge of an electron. But what if these aren't constant? What if they have been slowly changing since the Big Bang? Some unified field theories and studies of the light from distant quasars hint at this possibility. A tiny variation in the strength of the strong nuclear force, for instance, would have profound consequences. Make it slightly weaker, and protons and neutrons couldn't form stable atomic nuclei. Hydrogen would be the only element. Make gravity slightly stronger, and stars would burn through their fuel in a few million years, not allowing time for planets to form, let alone life. The fact that we live in a universe where these constants seem perfectly fine-tuned for our existence is either an incredible piece of luck, the ultimate coincidence, or a clue that our constants are not the fundamental bedrock of reality, but are themselves the products of a deeper, dynamic physics we have yet to discover. The last civilization. What would a truly advanced civilization do when faced with the heat death of the universe? This is the ultimate challenge for intelligence. In the far future, such a civilization would have to become a master of energy efficiency. They might learn to harness the last great energy sources, the spin of slowly decaying black holes, using a theoretical process called the Penrose process. They might create pocket universes to escape our dying one, or find a way to reset the cosmic clock. To survive, they would need to slow their perception of time to an absolute crawl. A single thought might take 1,000,000 years to form. Their consciousness would be uploaded into ultra-efficient, superconducting circuits orbiting the final black holes. In the ultimate darkness, they would exist as faint, patterned ripples in the fabric of space-time, using the last dregs of free energy to process a single, eternal memory of a universe that was once full of light and wonder. This is the final philosophical frontier for any species that endures.